Wounded, wounded, taken down to the ground, on battlefield lying face up. Clouds form images through swollen eyes, bows and arrows, gun barrels and smoke, violent. I am a man, alone, having fallen to the ground, taken down, wounded.
There are 200 men standing in our studio audience right now. Each one is holding a picture of themselves at the age when they say they were first sexually abused.
I was sexually abused from the age of 2.5.
I was victimized when I was 15 years old. It was the first time I was away from home.
I was raped as an 8-year-old. People knew I was injured, but I walked around with this limp, emotional limp, but they didn't know what to do or how to approach it.
Really made me retreat within myself.
Battlemates are strewn like litter. Battlemates abandon my carcass for enemy birds to pick at and devour, for I am wounded. I wish only to arise from this field and strike again. Any foe, any man, anyone, all walking sticks become my target. Holding my weapon, drenched with sweat, still hunching, still hiding behind doorways, still slithering like snake through burned-out sheds and warehouses in this hell. I only want to strike back, attack. It's all I have left in my state of mind. Wounded.
Shame goes so deeply within your soul, it just intertwines everything. And you become the darkness. You are the one who's the problem. It was your fault. You asked for this.
That feeling of shame and the feeling of horror resonated inside of me. It was like a knife that was cutting into me.
You know, I lived that way for a long, long time. And I lived with that shame and that blame. You know, and it wasn't my fault. I was just a little kid.
I mean, I had a crime committed against me before I was 10 years old. Before I was 10, I had a horrible crime committed against me. And I should feel ashamed of that. Not even close.
I searched the door latch, the escape hatch, the way out of this battle, bombs detonating in distant caverns of my mind. The excruciating silent sound, Black Hawk down, desperate for brothers in arms to lift me up. Rope dangling above my reach, I run through jungle, over plants, through trees, falling on my face, then up on my knees. I get up and keep running and running and running and running, away from ghosts with insatiable appetite nipping at my heels, towards a line that can lift me to aircraft homebound, running and running, reaching and reaching until finally, a comrade grasping me, not to abuse or use this time, but to raise me up to safe quarters on board, air lifted out in skies that still hold the cloudy images, violent and vile, yet seen from a different vantage point. Through atmosphere found gentle at this altitude, I fly.
We all want to know that we are not alone. I think that is the number one thing. We want to know that we're not alone, and I think that we all want to be validated and know that somebody is hearing me.
And I think helping others is one of the most profound ways that you can work yourself through it.
Because if you keep alone, you'll guarantee you're going to be alone. If you open up, there's a chance you're going to find those wonderful people that make your life better.
And honoring all of these men who had the courage to stand up for themselves and the millions of boys and men still suffering in silence. Thanks, everybody.
Like eagles soaring to find higher perch, like phoenix whose ashes are a mere faint memory, I fly, not alone. A man once wounded, on the ground, left for dead. Now I fly not alone, and I fly home.